What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the shit. What's the intro again? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another sports video. I think that's the intro. Anyway, welcome back, guys. I'm back. It's been a lot of sports going on, a lot of things that have happened, a lot of news back to back. Had the NBA championship, the finals, the Nuggets won. You know, football is back. Almost. This is the preseason, but we had a Hall of Fame game. And before I speak on what the topic gonna be today, Dorian Thompson-Robinson is way better than Anthony Richards wish he was, and that everybody think he is. I say that because Anthony Richardson is a guy that only started 13 games in the SEC in college football, did not have a highlight that will put him above into the top 4. He was picked 4th overall by the Colts, and I do not understand why. And a lot of people are saying because he has potential. If we're just going on potential, that's stupid, because a lot of people have potential. But because that guy has potential and he went to Florida, that's basically what it is. He is drafted number 4. Whatever. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's some bull. But welcome back. What I gotta talk about is college football. College football. What to say about it? Let's start off by saying bye-bye Pac-12. If you guys don't know, the Pac-12 is dissolving before our very eyes. They are on the brink of collapse. They now only have 6, maybe 7 teams, maybe 5 teams that are left in the Pac-12. We have news today that not only for next year that the Big Ten has got USC and UCLA, but we have gotten again that we are also pulling and getting Oregon and Washington for the Big Ten. So it's going to be basically, we have 16 teams now, so it will be 18 teams in the Big Ten. Just think about it. We had 14, now we got 16, now we got 18. The Pac-12 is on a major collapse. And before that, Colorado has now accepted the invitation to go back to the Big 12 where they originated from. This, guys, is the end of the Pac-12 before we know it. Before us, well, we all know the Pac-12, Oregon and them, it's on a major collapse. Now, what do I suspect in the future of who else is going to probably join the Big Ten, the Big 12? I will expect Washington State and Oregon State to join the Big Ten because, you know, the rivals with Washington and Oregon. I would expect that so they can keep the rivalry. I will expect that. That's the next 2 teams I am expecting to join. Arizona State and Arizona, I believe, have joined the Big 12. So they went a lot right with Colorado. And there's supposed to be another team to join the Big 12. We don't know. They didn't say it was from the Pac-12. They just said another team. I'm suspecting it's supposed to be SMU. It will make sense. It's in Texas. They are one of the great group of 5 schools in the American Conference. I think that's a great pickup for the Big 12. Nobody has joined the SEC but Oregon. I'm not Oregon, but Texas and Oklahoma. So for right now, we say Power 5, but it looked like it's about to be a Power 4. We finna have the SEC, the Big 12, the Big 10. What'd I say? Finna have the ACC, the SEC, the Big 10, and the Big 12. Finna be 4 schools because the Pac-12 is gone. As we know it, the Pac-12 is gone. It's no more Pac-12 after this. The only thing that could save the Pac-12, because when I watched the Joe Collab video, they were saying that we don't know what's the history of the Pac-12. The reason why the Pac-12 is leaving and really dissolving before our very eyes on the brink of collapse is because of media rights. If you don't know, they really don't have no media rights, meaning that they don't really have no major games to be shown on national TV, not unless they're going against somebody. The Big 10, the Big 12, we have Fox, and that's the biggest one. We also have Big 10 also have ESPN, but ESPN is for everybody. But they show more Big 10 and SEC on ESPN more than they show the Big 12 and the Pac-12, and they showed ACC as well. But the Big 10, we have NBC now. I think we're going to have CBS. That's another one. It's going to be CBS along with the SEC. We have Fox. Of course, ESPN. And we also have the Big 10 Network. So the NBC, CBS, and Fox are the 3 major things that the Big 10 have going for them. The Pac-12 don't have none of that. They don't. So that's why teams like USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington are moving to the Big 10, not only because of academic wise, but because of exposure and recruiting. So with the Pac-12, nobody want to see them on TV. And the only thing that got the Pac-12 is FS1. And FS1 is majority a major, it's basically like a sister channel from Fox for the West Coast. That's basically what it is. Not saying that the West Coast don't have Fox, but they show majority of sports. And for the Pac-12, majority of their games, which is not their fault, was late. So like 10 o'clock-ish, 11 o'clock-ish, everybody sleep by then. So it really wasn't like, to us on the East Coast, it's late. But on the West Coast, when it's 12 o'clock over here, it's 9 o'clock over there. When it's 10 o'clock over here, it's 7 o'clock over there. So for them, it's still early. But for us on the East Coast, and we have our Eastern time, we really can't watch it for real. We can, but some of the matchups is really not worth watching, like a Colorado versus Oregon late at night. We really don't want to see that. They always get night games over there, even for games that they shouldn't have night games over. Everybody over there get night games. So it's just like Oregon, UCLA, USC moving to the Big 10. We get more media exposure. And not only that, who wouldn't want to see a matchup with USC versus Michigan, or a USC versus Ohio State, or a USC versus Oregon, or a USC versus Michigan, a USC versus Penn State, Oregon versus Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State. Who wouldn't want to see those matchups? So I understand it. You know, it's going to be a wild couple of years. The 2024 college season is looking up. No more Big Ten divisions. It's the top two teams, USC and UCLA, coming to us, to the Big Ten. I think we're going to USC, Michigan. My team going to USC for a night game in the Coliseum. It's just looking up for the 2024 season. It might be the best season for sports since 2016. Not only that, I think we're getting the NCAA game back. It's just, man, it's looking up. It's really looking up. And I can't tell you how much I am excited for this 2024 season. You know, I don't know what the Pac-12 can do. I said it when it was on the Joe Klatt show that they could possibly go after Fresno State and Notre Dame. I say Notre Dame because Notre Dame play majority Pac-12 schools too, you know, and they have a big NBC deal, and they could possibly transfer that NBC deal over to the Pac-12. I said that because, you know, NBC is the sponsor channel for Notre Dame because Notre Dame is independent. But if they was to go to a conference, that would expand that whole conference. It would help out a conference. But I said if ND do join a conference, it will most likely be the ACC or Big Ten, because in basketball they are the ACC. In every sport, for real, they are ACC. Not all sports, but like majority major, like baseball, basketball, women's basketball, you know, hockey, I believe they are ACC. So it would make sense that if they was to join a conference, it could possibly be the ACC. But then again, they do have more rivalries in the Big Ten with Michigan, Michigan State, you know, and so on. So yeah, it's just been a crazy week for college football. I've been watching podcasts back to back, what it means for the the Pac-12, and what it means is that they could be on the brink of collapsing. You know, they could be. I mean, they could survive with 8 teams, but who really will be stuck there? And it's another source coming out that 2 other teams are supposed to lead the Pac-12, like a Stanford and Cal. And people were saying Stanford and Cal might join the Big Ten because of academic-wise, because Big Ten is more academic-based than, you know, sports-based. You feel me? Big Ten is known for their academics. They harbinger on that. They are so of a fan for academics. Even though they have athletics and blue bloods and athletics, they are academics first. So they were saying Stanford and Cal might come over. And you know, Cal, Berkeley, and Stanford, they are up there academically wise. Actually, Stanford is number 1 out of all colleges. So it would make sense that Stanford might come over. But who knows? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. It's just, man, I got a lot to talk about. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You know, comment what y'all think about this move. What's next for the Pac-12? And what schools can save them. All right, I'm out. Peace.